The world asks so much of you. It asks you to think faster, do more, respond immediately, stay connected, keep moving. And somewhere in the constant rush of it all, you may have forgotten that you are not meant to live at this speed. You are not meant to carry the weight of endless doing without ever pausing to simply be. Right now, in this very moment, there is a place inside you that has never been touched by the chaos. A place that remains untouched by the demands, the deadlines, the noise. This place is your stillness, and it is always, always available to you. I want you to know something important. Stillness is not something you have to earn. You don't have to finish your to-do list first. You don't have to wait until everything is perfect or quiet or resolved. Stillness is not a reward for good behavior. It is your birthright. It is the sanctuary you were born with, the one that exists beneath every thought, every worry, every moment of overwhelm, and you can return to it whenever you choose. Many of us have been taught that stillness is laziness, that stopping means falling behind. We've learned to measure our worth by how much we accomplish, how productive we are, how quickly we respond. And so we keep moving, keep pushing, keep filling every silence with sound and every pause with activity. We fear that if we stop, we will discover something uncomfortable. Or perhaps we fear we will discover nothing at all. But I am here to tell you that stillness is not emptiness. It is fullness. It is the place where you meet yourself, where you remember who you are beneath all the roles you play and all the things you do. When I speak of stillness, I am not asking you to silence your mind completely. I am not suggesting you banish every thought or achieve some perfect state of meditation. The mind is designed to think. Thoughts will come. They will flutter through like buys, RDs across the sky. Stillness is not about stopping the birds from flying. It is about recognizing the vast sky itself. It is about finding the quiet awareness that notices the thoughts without being swept away by them. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them, and in that observing there is stillness. Stillness is the space between the inhale and the exhale. It is the moment before you speak. It is the pause that exists in the center of your heartbeat. It has always been there. It will always be there. And the more you learn to rest in it, the more you discover that this stillness is not separate from life. It is the ground beneath everything you experience. It is the canvas on which all movement happens. When you touch this stillness, even for a moment, something in you remembers, something relaxes, something comes home. Your body knows this sanctuary well. Long before your mind learned to worry and plan and analyze, your body understood stillness. It knows how to rest. It knows how to repair. It knows how to breathe without being told. And right now, your body is inviting you back into this knowing. Feel the weight of yourself wherever you are sitting or standing or lying down. Feel the support beneath you. Notice that you are being held. The earth is holding you. Gravity is holding you. You do not have to hold yourself together in this moment. You can let the ground do its work. Bring your attention to your breath, not to change it, but simply to notice it. Feel the air moving in and out of your body. Feel your chest rising and falling. Your breath has been with you since the moment you were born, and it will be with you until your last moment here. It is the most faithful companion you have, and it breathes you even when you forget to pay attention. Even when you are lost in thought or caught in worry, your breath continues. It is always calling you back to now, always inviting you into stillness. Notice your shoulders. Are they carrying tension? Are they lifted toward your ears, bracing against some invisible weight? You can let them drop, let them soften, let them release. You are safe in this moment. There is nothing you need to brace against right now. Feel your jaw. Is it clenched? You can part your teeth slightly. You can let your tongue rest easy in your mouth. So much of the body holds tension without us realizing it, as if we are constantly preparing for something difficult. But right now, you can let the body know that it is allowed to rest. Place one hand on your heart if you like. Feel the warmth of your own touch. Feel the steady rhythm beneath your palm. Your heart has been beating for you your entire life. It has never asked for recognition or praise. It simply does its work, faithfully, lovingly. And in this moment, you can offer it gratitude. You can say, silently or aloud, "Thank you. Thank you for keeping me alive. Thank you for this moment." When we bring attention to the body with appreciation, something shifts. The body feels seen, it feels honored, and it relaxes into its own wisdom. We spend so much time trying to control our lives. We make plans and lists and strategies. We try to manage outcomes, predict futures, prevent disasters. And while there is nothing wrong with planning or preparing, there is a cost to living in constant vigilance. The need to control everything keeps us tense. It keeps us in our heads. It keeps us from experiencing the flow of life as it actually is. Stillness invites us to soften this grip. It invites us to trust, even just for a moment, that we do not have to orchestrate every detail. What would it feel like to set down the need to know how everything will turn out? What would it feel like to release the mental effort of trying to figure it all out right now? You do not have to solve everything in this moment. You do not have to have all the answers. Life will continue to unfold. Opportunities will come. Challenges will arise, and you will meet them when they arrive. But right now, you can simply be here. You can rest in the sanctuary of not knowing. You can let the future take care of itself while you tend to this present moment. When we let go of the need to control, we discover something surprising. We discover that stillness is not passive. It is not resignation or giving up. It is actually the most powerful place we can inhabit, because in stillness, we stop forcing, we stop pushing against life. And when we stop pushing, we create space for something new to emerge. We create space for insight, for healing, for clarity. We create space for life to meet us in ways we could never have orchestrated with our minds alone. There is something I want you to understand deeply. Your worth is not determined by what you do. It is not measured by your productivity or your accomplishments or how much you achieve in a day. You are worthy simply because you exist. You are worthy because you are a living, breathing expression of life itself. And stillness is where you remember this truth. When you stop doing long enough to simply be, you touch the part of yourself that has always been enough exactly as you are. In the stillness, there is no performance. There is no one to impress. There is no image to maintain. You can let yourself be imperfect. You can let yourself be tired. You can let yourself be exactly where you are without needing to be anywhere else. This is radical in a world that constantly tells you that you need to be more, do more, achieve more. But in your inner sanctuary, You are already complete. You have always been complete, and you will always be complete, regardless of what you accomplish or fail to accomplish in the external world. I know how deeply many of us have been conditioned to link our value to our output. We learned it in school, where worth was measured by grades. We learned it at work, where value is measured by productivity. We learned it in families, where love sometimes felt conditional on good behavior or achievement. And so we internalized the belief that rest is something we earn, something we deserve only after we have done enough. But this is not the truth. Rest is not a reward. Stillness is not a luxury. It is a necessity. It is the ground from which all sustainable action grows. When you rest in stillness, you are not wasting time. You are restoring yourself. You are allowing your nervous system to recalibrate. You are giving your body permission to heal. The body is always working to bring itself back into balance, but it cannot do this deep work when it is in constant motion. It needs stillness to repair tissue, to process emotions, to integrate experiences. When you deny yourself stillness, you deny your body the conditions it needs to thrive. Think of stillness as the soil from which everything grows. A seed cannot grow if the ground is constantly being disturbed. It needs the quiet darkness of the earth. It needs time and space and stillness to send down roots, to gather strength, to push through the surface when it is ready. You are the same. You need periods of rest and quiet to integrate what you have learned, to process what you have experienced, to gather energy for what comes next. Stillness is not doing nothing. It is doing the most important thing, allowing life to move through you naturally without force. In the stillness, you begin to hear things you could not hear before. You begin to notice the subtle signals of your body, the tightness in your chest that has been there for weeks, the heaviness in your shoulders, the flutter of anxiety in your belly. These sensations are not problems to be fixed. They are messengers. They are the body's way of communicating with you, of saying, pay attention here. Something needs care. Something needs release. But when we are constantly busy, constantly distracted, we override these signals. We push through. We ignore. We numb. Stillness is an act of listening. It is turning your attention inward and asking, what do you need? What are you trying to tell me? And then waiting with patience and gentleness for the answer to arise. Sometimes the answer comes as a sensation, sometimes as an emotion, sometimes as a knowing that cannot be put into words. Your body has its own intelligence, and it is always speaking to you, but you must be still enough to hear it. The mind, too, speaks more clearly in stillness. Not the frantic, worried, planning mind, but the deeper mind, the wise mind, the part of you that knows things beyond logic and reason. We all have access to this inner wisdom, but it whispers. It does not shout over the noise of daily life. It waits for the quiet. It waits for you to stop moving long enough to listen. And when you do, you may be surprised by what emerges. A solution to a problem you have been wrestling with. A realization about a relationship. A sense of direction that feels clear and true. This is not magic. This is simply what happens when we clear away the clutter. When we stop filling every moment with input and stimulation, we create space for our own inner knowing to surface. And this knowing is often far more reliable than all the external advice and opinions we seek. You already know what you need. You already know what is true for you. Stillness is where you remember. You do not need elaborate rituals or special conditions to access your sanctuary. You do not need a quiet room or an hour of free time or perfect circumstances. Stillness can be found anywhere, in any moment. It can be found in 3 conscious breaths before you start your day. It can be found in the pause before you respond to a difficult email. It can be found in the few seconds you stand at the window, watching the light change. Stillness is not about duration. It is about quality of presence. You can create small moments of sanctuary throughout your day. When you wake in the morning, before you reach for your phone, before you let the day rush in, place your hand on your heart. Take 3 slow breaths. Say to yourself, I am here, I am present, I am enough. This takes less than a minute, but it sets a tone. It reminds you that you are not just a collection of tasks and obligations. You are a living being, worthy of your own attention and care. When you eat, even if only for a few bites, bring your full attention to the experience. Notice the colors, the textures, the flavors. Feel the nourishment entering your body. Eating can become a meditation, a moment of stillness in the midst of a busy day. When you walk, even if just from one room to another, feel your feet on the ground. Feel the movement of your body. Let the walking be enough without needing to plan or think about what comes next. At night, before sleep, take a few moments to scan your body from head to toe. Notice where there is tension and breathe into those places with softness. Thank your body for carrying you through the day. Offer it appreciation. Tell it, you did well, you can rest now. These small practices are not additions to your life. They are not more items on your to-do list. They are invitations to come home to yourself, to remember the sanctuary that is always here. I want to acknowledge something important. Stillness does not always feel comfortable, especially at first. When we finally stop moving, stop distracting ourselves, we may discover that uncomfortable feelings have been waiting beneath the surface. Sadness, anxiety, grief, anger, loneliness. These emotions have been there all along, but we have been too busy to feel them. And so when we enter stillness, they rise up to be acknowledged. This is not a sign that stillness is wrong for you. This is a sign that it is working. Your body and heart have been carrying things that need to be released, and stillness creates the safety for that release to happen. It is okay to feel what you feel. It is okay if tears come. It is okay if restlessness arises. These are not obstacles to stillness. They are part of the process. Let them move through you. Let them be witnessed and held with compassion. If emotions arise in your stillness, meet them with gentleness. Place your hand on your heart and say, I see you, I feel you, it is safe to be here. Do not judge yourself for feeling. Do not tell yourself you should be more peaceful or more calm. Whatever is present is what needs to be present. Your only task is to stay, to not run, to not immediately reach for distraction. Breathe with what is here. Give it space. Give it time. And notice that feelings, when allowed, move. They shift. They transform. Sometimes the resistance to stillness is not emotional, but mental. The mind may tell you that you are wasting time, that you should be doing something productive, that you cannot afford to rest. This is the voice of old conditioning. It is not the truth. You can acknowledge this voice without obeying it. You can say, "Thank you for trying to protect me, but I am choosing stillness right now. I am choosing to care for myself." The mind may not believe you at first. It may keep insisting, but with practice, it will learn. It will come to trust that stillness is safe, that rest is valuable, that you are allowed to simply be. Living from the sanctuary of stillness does not mean withdrawing from life. It does not mean becoming passive or disengaged. It means bringing the quality of presence you find in stillness into your actions. It means moving through the world with less urgency and more grace. It means responding rather than reacting. It means choosing your next step from a place of clarity rather than from fear or habit. When you make stillness a regular part of your life, something shifts in the way you relate to everything. Challenges still arise, but you meet them with more steadiness. Emotions still come, but you are less overwhelmed by them. Decisions still need to be made, but you make them from a deeper place of knowing. You begin to notice that you have more energy, not because you are doing less, but because you are no longer leaking energy into worry and resistance and constant mental spinning. People around you may notice the change. They may comment that you seem calmer, more centered, more at peace. And you will know that this is not because your external circumstances have changed dramatically. It is because you have changed your relationship to those circumstances. You have found the still point within yourself, the sanctuary that remains unshaken regardless of what is happening around you. And from this still point, you can engage with life more fully, more authentically, more lovingly. Stillness teaches you to trust life. It teaches you that you do not have to force every outcome, that you do not have to control every variable. It teaches you that there is an intelligence moving through all things, an intelligence that includes you but is larger than you. And when you rest in stillness, you align with that intelligence. You allow it to guide you. You cooperate with the flow of life rather than constantly swimming against it. This does not mean you become passive or that. You stop setting intentions or taking action. It means your action comes from a different place. It comes from presence rather than panic. It comes from clarity rather than compulsion. It comes from love rather than fear. And action that arises from stillness is often more effective, more aligned, more sustainable than action that arises from frantic doing. I want you to imagine what your life might look like if you gave yourself permission to return to stillness regularly. Imagine starting each day from a place of centeredness rather than chaos. Imagine moving through your tasks with a sense of ease rather than strain. Imagine ending your day feeling complete rather than exhausted. This is not fantasy. This is possibility. And it begins with the choice you make right now in this moment to honor your need for stillness. Your sanctuary is always here. It is here when you are overwhelmed. It is here when you are joyful. It is here when you are grieving and when you are celebrating. It does not disappear when life gets hard. It does not require perfect conditions. It simply asks that you remember it, that you turn toward it, that you give yourself permission to rest in it. So right now, wherever you are, take a breath, a deep, full breath that fills your body and then releases completely. And as you exhale, let something go. Let go of the idea that you should be further along than you are. Let go of the pressure to be perfect. Let go of the belief that rest is weakness. Let go and feel the relief of landing in this moment exactly as it is. You do not have to do anything with what you have heard here. You do not have to change everything about your life tomorrow. You do not have to become someone different. You simply need to remember that stillness is your sanctuary, and it is always available. You can return to it in a breath. You can return to it in a pause. Yucati. And return to it whenever the world feels like too much and you need to come home to yourself. And as you go forward from this moment, know that the stillness goes with you. It is not something you leave behind when you return to your responsibilities and relationships and daily tasks. It is woven into the fabric of who you are. It is the ground you stand on. It is the peace that passes understanding. It is yours. It has always been yours, and no one and nothing can take it away from you. You are so much more than what you do. You are so much more than your productivity or your accomplishments or the roles you play. You are a sacred presence, a unique expression of life itself. And in the stillness, you remember this. You remember your inherent worth. You remember your belonging. You remember that you are loved, not for what you achieve, but simply because you exist. Let this knowing settle into your bones. Let it soften your belly and ease your shoulders. Let it fill your chest with warmth. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to be still. You are allowed to care for yourself with the same tenderness you offer others. Stillness is not selfish, it is sacred. It is how you replenish your spirit so that you can show up fully for your life, for your loves, for the work that is yours to do. And when you forget, as we all do, when you get swept up in the doing and the rushing and the constant motion, you can come back. You can always come back. The sanctuary is patient. It does not judge your absence. It simply welcomes your return. One breath, one moment, one conscious pause. That is all it takes to come home. Stillness is your sanctuary. It is your birthright and your refuge. It is where you remember who you truly are beneath all the layers of conditioning and expectation. And it is here, right now, in this very moment, waiting for you to notice it, to claim it, to rest in it. You are home. You have always been home, and you are so deeply, profoundly welcome here.